Osbright wanders off into the water.
Well, maybe he'll try to go and start signaling the ship. Or otherwise go into the place wherever Nevaeh was hanging out last time. In the magic bubble. All right. So, we will start with a cutscene that I came up with at the last minute, so it's not really super relevant. But we see a drone shot, or in this case, like a seagull shot, of the coast. We see a couple little islands dotted with palm trees. As the bird flies over. Well, because it's over water, so it'd be a really awkward crane. But it's tropical looking water. But as
like
the
a flying crane.
As the angle on our view kind of slowly pivots around the seagull, we see an island up just to the right side of the bird off its starboard wing. And we see that this island in this tropical landscape is coated in snow. And we see the mysterious looking volcano-like central mountain with this light teal bluish beam shooting into the sky and seemingly generating a large storm cloud overhead. Ominous. End of cutscene.
Why didn't I make that connection before?
We resume
Sky beams.
We resume in the temple after you have just obliterated the weird tentacle, killed the priest and his lobster men, and took a short rest. So you gain back whatever you can get from short rests. You also, before coming here, had taken out one of the priests up at the mining camp. And the only location left that you know of on this island is the village where all the Dragonborn are reportedly being kept. So, what would you like to do? You need a group name so I can do the Matt Mercer. So, blank. What do you want to do? Our groups never have names.
I don't know why you can't just call us blank. What's the problem here?
Scarlet Pimpernels.
Perfect.
The nameless.
Torin and Arnak are still here, waiting for your decision, I suppose.
Okay, so what time is it now? We took a short rest, which has to be an hour.
Yeah, and it was after dark when you came to the temple because the work crews had gone home.
Right.
So it's probably midnight, maybe? It's middle of the night.
Do we still want to go over to the other island?
Well, it's not another island, it's on this island.
On the island,
Yeah.
where
We're
their
on the
area
same
is.
island.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to go see what we can do. What? There's one more priest, right?
There's one more.
Yes, there is a priest. There were 3 priests, one at each of the structures or locations on the island here.
Uh-huh.
So I would ask Birdman, because that's his name. I don't call him by his name.
Thunderboy?
Birdman. His name is Birdman forever, even though he's scary. Yeah, the druid that turned into a bird, he is now Birdman.
Okay.
To me, at least. How do we get there from here?
If we follow the road between here and the mining camp, it was the only road veering off to the right. It's maybe a couple miles.
How long do you think by foot?
No more than an hour, probably.
Did you see where the priest might be? Like, did he have a special tent?
There was a small structure outside the palisade wall. I would assume that would be the priest's domicile.
Get there, and maybe the people inside wouldn't even know if we can take him out quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I'd suggest burning it down.
That could be a little bit too obvious.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure that Birdman has already asked us to not burn down anything.
I just meant that structure.
Not the whole camp.
Well, seeing as where that's Dragonborn are, probably not a good idea. Well, then what are we waiting for?
Yes, there's a bunch in there.
I'm gonna walk out.
The druid is Arnak.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the two Dragonborn are definitely, they're following behind you. They're impatient to rescue everyone, seeing as it is Torin's wife specifically that is in the camp that he wants to find. So assuming everyone decides to march in that direction, it does not take very long before you reach the outskirts of what looks like a little tent looking. This is kind of a little bit more rundown than the picture I could find, but imagine just crudely thrown together houses surrounded by a big palisade wall. You know, it's those leaning forward sharpened sticks, but most of them are pointing inward toward the camp. You do see a small one-story house that's more well built near the front gate. You don't see any lights on in the house, but it is, 1 o'clock in the morning or so. But you do notice that the gates to the camp are wide open. And you see a couple Dragonborn wandering around. It is really late, so there's like a campfire and a couple people are up talking somewhere further in, but you're still outside the wall.
That's kind of weird. Do we want to stealth up and just go to the house? A couple of us? All of us?
Well,
Let's
I
go.
could get my familiar to eavesdrop a little bit first.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird that they're letting them just walk around with the doors open.
I have a feeling that since we
I'm
killed a
all
couple of the
for
priests,
the
that the
sneaky
last one
sneak.
probably knows.
Good point.
Is the house within 100 feet of the wall?
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Well, William is going to sneak up to basically just the outside of the wall and hide there.
Sure, make a stealth roll.
Might I suggest the Pass Without a Trace? Can you do that cool thing?
I'm not gonna do it if we're not all going there, because it's a waste of key if it's just for one person.
And she'd have to stay within 30 feet of you to keep it maintained anyway.
Yeah.
Fine.
All right.
Jeez.
You're going toward the palisade itself, not the house, or both? Because you can kind of get between them. It's about like 45 feet away from the edge of the wall.
So the house is within the palisade, correct?
No. The palisade's like a big
Oh.
ring, and then the house is just outside the front gate.
Oh, okay.
Inside is all these little tents. More tent than hut.
Are those guards that are talking out from within 100 feet of where we are already?
No. It's not so much guards. It's like there's a central campfire, or one of many central campfires. It's a very large camp. And as you get closer to the gate, as you're stealthing forward, they don't look like guards. They look just like kids, maybe a couple adults just having a drink or something outside, talking. You hear the occasional laugh. There's not really a general sense of distress.
Well, I guess I'll lie down in the grass there and send my familiar out there to listen in.
How far can you get and still maintain listening in?
Let me link Uh,
I see Wrinkles' camera hungry today.
so, while it is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. Additionally, you can see through your familiar's eyes and hear what it hears.
All right, 100 feet is pushing it because it's a ways into the camp. I'll say that you can get the familiar to within hearing distance of the campfire, which is at the extent of your 100 feet. Like you start moving the familiar forward, and as soon as you realize you're hitting 100 feet, it stops. What is the familiar?
A bat.
Okay, so it can't really hover. So I will say you pick up snippets of conversation as the bat kind of occasionally pops out of your 100 feet range and then will circle back in and whatnot. But you hear off the island, ship, be here soon. Sorry it came to this. Perhaps they'll straighten everything out. And you hear some laughter and the clinking of glasses. And I would say because you can see through it, right? Or just hear?
See as
You
well.
can see? Okay. So you notice that around the fire you see mostly what look like youths. There's a couple more mature looking adults, and there is one obviously priest with the staff and everything else. But they're just standing and talking.
Is this mostly black and white?
Yes,
Dragonborn
all the Dragonborn are black and white. There might be a couple dissidents that wound up here too, but 99% of them are either black or white Dragonborn. And then the gray-scaled priest holding the wiggly tentacle staff. But nothing about their body language seems to indicate there's any hostility at the moment.
So it's not like guards things. Okay.
No. And you don't see any of the little lizard lobster guys.
Well, I'll return to the others and relay what they said. Sounds like a ship is coming and something is happening, but it doesn't sound like they're too alarmed.
Do you think they mean us?
Maybe, or maybe a ship is one of their ships is coming. Hard to tell.
Well,
Can't really hear everything.
that's kind of a problem if they're all buddy-buddy with the priest and we go in and attack it. They might go after us.
True.
What do we do now?
Well, I wonder if there's any way to lure the priest out.
I mean, that, or we could hide into his house and when he goes to bed, just...
Well, that doesn't seem very nice, but yeah, I guess.
I mean, was what we did the past two places nice?
Okay, you're right, I guess. Doesn't look like, I mean, considering he's out there now, I'm guessing he's probably not going to go to bed.
You got the impression, well, I mean, I'm not going to say and get the impression, you could hear its voice. It was a female priest this time around, if that matters. It doesn't really, but you're saying he a lot, so I figured you would have heard its voice and known.
I mean,
I thought they were going to bed.
Did
We may have spooked them.
we didn't wait to see when they get up in the morning. Do we? I can't remember. Do we know when they get up?
Not particularly. You haven't like studied the sleeping habits of a Torgarod priest. No ecology books on them or anything.
Okay. I mean, what do you guys want to do? Avora, what do you want to do?
I don't know. I'm sorry. My house is a little loud. I'm trying to focus.
No.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm good
It's
now.
okay.
I liked
I was thinking-
the get him a sleeping idea.
What was that?
Well, maybe there will be something in his house, her house, their house, that'll be important or useful. A secret tool that'll help us later.
A MacGuffin. And a big box of red herrings.
Yeah, maybe they really like red herrings and we can lure them out with them.
It's like that
I
time
mean-
where you guys had to deliver a crate of red herrings to somebody. It was perfect.
Remember that.
We want to lure them in, not out. I mean, if they don't seem distressed, maybe we could try diplomacy.
I mean,
Not
is
that.
diplomacy an option? Do we think?
We could. I mean, we
No,
Took out-
Torgarod priest.
the other two priests. We could use that as intimidation.
My concern is the other two priests were kind of easy to take out. Like,
Well, I could disguise myself as a dragonborn and try to tell this priest there's something up out here.
I am a dragonborn.
I mean,
Well,
why
yeah.
don't
What?
All this
New
time?
information. Sorry, I didn't tell you guys. I was ashamed of myself.
She's coming out as a dragonborn. All this time.
That's right.
Out of the dragonborn closet.
Nothing to it, just fine. Alright, sorry.
Stop!
Ah.
Can't wait to re-listen to that.
She was a dragon woman. I mean, she was just a dragon. Well, you're kind of the wrong color to be anything but a guard here. But anyway, let's see that house.
That sounds racist.
Suddenly, Arnak
Uh-oh.
turns into a rat and scurries off into the camp.
Okay, bye.
Hopefully you're not going to look for your wife.
Well, that's the other
Yes.
guy. He's here.
Oh, wait.
Oh, okay, good.
Torin is the ranger.
Torin.
I mean, not rogue. And he's still here, yeah. Although he's eyeing the wide open door at the moment. Like, what are we waiting
We
for?
apparently did not come to a decision fast enough for him.
We need to take care of the other priest before we do anything else. The other priest, the priests are the ones that are controlling the crustaceans and.
I mean, I could try and run in, grab his staff, and then leave. I don't know how well it would go, but I could certainly try.
You don't think we could take him out?
I think we could, but I think we need to be careful because if she's all buddy with all the Dragonborn that are there, we're gonna look like the bad guys, even though they don't know what we're doing there.
Yep.
They might be mind controlled
We
or
just need
something too,
A
though.
really, really big pot of boiling water.
Well, the lobster. You don't see any sign of the lobster guys. The chul.
It's true.
Although I won't make you make a survival roll or anything, but you can see in the mud surrounding the camp there is signs that they have previously been here, probably marching
Right,
around
we
the
saw
camp
them
in
move,
regular
right?
intervals. Yeah,
Yeah, we saw them leave to go. We assume underwater.
Maybe they're like crabs and they just burrow in the sand and disappear.
yeah.
Cool, I hate that. Thank you so much.
Or the tree crabs.
There's those
You're welcome.
tree crabs. Yeah, those things that Yeah.
Waiting to drop on us.
You don't ever want to
Almost
see the pictures of
worse.
those things.
There's the kind of things to hate it.
Yeah, I heard some guy on a
They're
podcast once
seamless.
go, now that I've learned about these things, I want to burn the planet. I don't care how far away from them I am at the moment.
Me talking about
I
Australia.
think they eat coconuts.
Yeah, they're like the coconut tree crab or something like that. Yeah,
Are they called coconut
Ooh.
crabs?
yeah, and they're humongous, like
Mhm,
this.
thank you.
No, thank you.
No,
No, thank you.
Then there's those
I've heard of those. They're
6 foot.
from the
Just
land of
deep
no
sea
thank you.
spiders.
What? What?
Then
What?
there's those 6 foot
Oh man,
Japanese
that was
king
huge.
crabs or
Chris?
whatever.
Oh, did you look them up, Brian?
Yeah.
I thought Chris called them
No, thank
armored
you.
spiders.
Is that what you said?
No, I said they're just deep sea spiders.
Deep sea spiders. I mean, they are armored
Kind of
spiders.
look like
too.
armored spiders.
Which is why they're awful. Terrible. 0 out of 10. Kill them all.
I mean,
Burn the
essentially,
planet.
lobsters are like the cockroaches of the ocean, so it checks out.
True.
They
Burn
used
them
to
all.
be considered the food that only the poor people would eat. And somehow
Which
it's
is
become
crazy,
a delicacy.
delicious.
Yeah.
Now they're expensive as fuck and they smell disgusting.
Yeah.
Okay, wrong. They're delicious.
No, they're disgusting.
And then somebody
I will
posted
die
that
on that
meme
hill.
about how the sinking of the Titanic was actually a miracle for all the lobsters in the kitchen.
Right, yeah, it's all about perspective.
It's all about perspective.
All right, so you're hanging out outside.
You know what? Do you guys want to try diplomacy? I'm in, if that's what you want to try.
I support whatever you think will be best. Oh, Brian, why?
What happened? What did I miss?
The size of that thing.
I knew that was gonna happen. I'm just glad it wasn't me.
Why
I
would you
needed
do
one with
this?
some perspective to show the size, you know?
I hate it. I hate it.
Why would you do this?
Unnatural. For all enough from the 3 of you.
Be a
Enough.
spider.
Stop.
Alright, I'm done.
Wow.
Brian is the only person that is allowed to get away with it. All right.
Yeah, I've
Excellent.
never
Brian.
torture a hunter, so.
Must be nice to be
Yeah.
Brian.
Brian is the golden
To
child.
be fair, it's because he's normally the nicest one. So he get away with
Yeah.
it.
Why?
Yes.
Why?
That's right.
Why? Why would you post that? Why do you think that this is okay? You know, we're gonna try
Oh,
diplomacy. I'm gonna take
Yes.
Avora's hand and we're gonna fucking go in.
All right.
Screw the
Wait,
rest
wait,
of
wait,
you.
wait, 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 wait. Who
Why?
has charisma? I don't have
Here's
any
another
charisma.
idea.
Do
We
I look
created-
like I have charisma?
Here's
Okay,
another
so-
idea.
Just EJ.
We
Yes,
set
William.
fire to something, and in the panic, hopefully the others will all run away.
I really get that you like fire, dude, but we're not gonna do that right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of
I like
point
the
though.
idea of just waiting till they fall asleep and then.
Why don't we
That
give
is a
it?
good
I mean, it's
idea.
already the middle of the night, so
Thank
why don't we
you.
give it like an hour? And if nothing changes, then we'll try diplomacy. The
Okay.
problem is, once we try diplomacy, our hand is shown.
Mhm.
The rat went away. Birdman turned into a rat and went away. We can see what he comes back with too.
That's true. Yeah, let's wait for him to come back, and then we'll go from there.
Fine.
All right.
I'd prefer a peaceful solution if it's possible.
Exactly.
So after an hour,
You know what? I miss the
Nothing
goth you.
happens.
Okay.
We missed your emo phase, alright.
I mean, let me summon some zombies and send them in there.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, that'll be fine. No one could possibly get hurt that you don't want to get hurt if that happens.
Because bitches, skeletons are so last year. Like, oh my god.
I'm gonna say after an
Right, we're
hour,
gonna
nothing
wait.
happens.
We're waiting for Birdman to come back. Did he
Right.
come back?
Not after an hour, no.
No.
Well,
I don't know what to do now. He just left without saying anything.
He got it.
yeah, I want to look at Torrin and be like, did he even tell you what he was doing?
He did not.
Great.
I assume recon?
Yeah,
What
but
a
it's been
good
a
team
long time.
player.
It has been a long time.
Oh no, I hope nothing happened to him.
Maybe a cat caught him.
Well,
Oh,
I was going to say that does this stand to the fact that maybe he got found out and was hypnotized That's not the word I wanted, but charmed.
It is possible. He's not immune to this sort of thing. None of us are, I assume.
Some might be. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I know, right? There might be a couple characters in this group that are immune to charm.
Well, it's
or at
now or
least highly
never.
resistant.
We could check out the house, but
Yeah, you check out the house if you want. It is not
Yeah, let's do
locked.
that. Okay.
It is a very
Check
modest setup. It's just a small kitchen-y type area and a combination. It's like a studio apartment. Just a bed, basic amenities, a change of robes, a little bracket on the wall where the staff probably sits. But not that much. Just like a basic office, like a desk, a writing quill, and some paper. And what looks like the start. Yeah, it looks like there's the start of a really cheesy novel going on there.
Love it. Tesla.
And just a quick perusal of it, you see that it's definitely a hokey romance novel between two star-crossed dragonborn. A gold.
I'm sorry,
and
scale love, not tusk
scale.
love. Sorry.
Yeah, it seems to be related to a black-scaled male dragonborn and a gold-scaled female dragonborn.
Ooh, scandalous.
But as you flip through, you're just kind of skimming it, and you see that there is a mention of Torgarod. At one point, the gold dragonborn becomes a cleric of this new religion that seems to get in the way of their secret love, and she has to balance between her god and her secret boyfriend, and it's really melancholy and really bad.
Can I take it?
Sure.
I want
Just
it.
assume it's like Twilight but dragons.
Yes.
yay, another steamy romance novel.
Love it.
You
Maybe
be
he'll autograph
quiet.
it for
You
you.
be quiet. What?
We could use this.
Maybe he'll autograph it for you.
Isn't this the house? Is this the house of one of the ones we killed?
No.
No.
This is the one at the house. The one that's left. Okay.
What is that called? Treasure.
Treasure party.
Scale
treasure.
love the book. Got it in my inventory.
would
Very
not-
I mean,
important.
it's not done yet, but yeah.
It's being written.
It's being written. Yeah.
Shit! I gotta leave it so I can find out what
This-
happens.
This is not a finished manuscript. This is a stack of papers that you presume the Dragonborn has been writing in her off time.
Oh my god. Okay.
Or she found it and got really invested. Like maybe she confiscated it and then was like, "This is mine now."
I want to take one page that seems like really important.
Okay.
I don't know what page it is. I don't really care, but I'm gonna just be
Take,
annoying
like, the
and take
first
one
page of the
page.
third chapter.
Yeah, exactly.
How passive aggressive.
I believe we can use this. So I can disguise myself as a dragonborn, go in with one of these pages, and tell them that someone has been passing out some of these pages, spouting blasphemy about interchromatic love.
Let's remember though that this is a prison island, and it may not. They probably all know each other.
I thought it was a good idea, William.
Yes, I do. It's a very amusing idea, but it is a prison island.
They were hanging around
probably
this
all
house.
know each other.
Maybe they were here, and
I mean, we could.
maybe the priest will come here then to try to get the book. And
Is everybody in the house?
I guess.
I assume so.
Okay.
I'm definitely not. I'll be sneaking outside.
I take 2 pages because I want to bring
outside
one
the
to give to
house.
Van Roll. I'm taking 2 pages.
Yeah.
Okay.
Want a new stealth roll, or do you want to take the one I took?
No, you can keep that one. I assume you just kind of blended into the bushes somewhere. You've been sitting there for like an hour. While everyone else is in the house,
doing in there?
and you start hearing some laughing, or a couple. Oh my gods! No, read this one. Read this one over here.
What, you're reading a novel?
And as you're hearing this, and some laughing and some lights flickering around in the windows, you see a white dragonborn cautiously approaching the fence.
Oh,
Can I throw a pebble at the window or something?
Sure. Make
Let him know.
Make a range attack roll. Yeah.
You know us so well.
Just a ranged attack.
Oh, who needs lights? Laugh, yeah.
Who knows who so well?
You know us so
Oh,
well.
yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah.
laughing. Look at this one. Look at this one.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
What would I
doesn't sound like I said. Oh, that's so weird.
Ranged attack. Oh.
Because I mean, it's not a bound book, so you're passing sheets around. And...
Yeah, they're all out of order now.
They are numbered though, but yeah.
It doesn't matter. We wouldn't
They're
put them back in
intentionally out of order.
Right.
Right.
Doesn't matter. The author's about to die anyway, so.
Oh,
But we gotta capture her. I need her to finish
can
the
we
book.
keep her as like?
I'm invested.
Can we take
Keep her
her
alive.
until she
Like that
finishes
movie
the book?
Misery. Just keep her alive and force her to.
I don't know how real authors
the
do
book.
it, but there's also an outline. Like
So
the first page is like the
plus
outline of
7.
how the structure is going to go, and the ending has a big question mark. Like she's not 100% convinced on how
What a
she wants the
shit-ass
story
author.
to end yet. All right.
Ugh.
Then now we definitely have to torture her for
You
answers.
missed the building completely, Vander.
So there's a plus 7.
Oh, +7? Okay. You can ping it off the window. You guys hear what sounds like a pebble pinging off the outside of the window. Ting!
I'll throw the pages at Dura and run outside real fast.
All right. As you run outside,
Right.
standing in the gateway, you see a white dragonborn, late 20s probably. It's hard to tell. Arms crossed, and just kind of looking out into the night. Are you stealthing out of the house or just coming right out of the house? Oh, she had to mute it.
I'm stealthing.
Being a dumbass. I mean, I would probably like peek out the door
Okay.
because I know Vandal's outside. So
Okay. Well, there's lights on in the house, so the dragonborn is kind of looking toward the windows in the house.
Yep.
Not seeing Vanderl, but you don't even see Vanderl at this point.
Well, who does? Really?
Nobody. He's so lovely.
I wasn't wrong.
We're gonna end up proving that the author's religion is completely wrong, so she's gonna write about us after we rescue this in her novel. She gets
be able to write a
die.
novel. She'll be dead. So I'm gonna poke my head out the door and go, Vandal! Vandal!
I don't think you can get Vanderl's attention without also getting the dragonborn's attention.
Well, I don't know the
And
Dragonborn's
it's
there.
Pretty close. Yeah, you
And
would
I
have
throw
seen
a
it when you
rock
opened
in
the door.
opposite direction.
Is what
Oh.
I
Well,
meant.
then he probably saw me open the door, yeah?
Well, I thought you were peeking out. You're opening it
Yeah.
cautiously and peering
Yep.
out. So you see it before, or you see him before he sees you.
Okay.
But if you
So
start,
I'll close the door
but if
real
you start
fast.
whispering, Vandal, you're gonna also. Yes.
Can I throw a rock in the opposite direction to try and distract?
Sure.
dragonborn.
Toss another d20.
Oldies
Better
but
yet.
goodies.
Throw a d20 to distract them, like in Blood Dragon.
All right. Yeah, it goes clattering off into the distance, and the dragonborn's gaze definitely goes in that direction. And the
Take him outside. He needs to go.
And the stance gets a little like guarded, like arms up. But when nothing else happens, it kind of steps away from the gate a little bit with like a questioning look, and then wanders back inside.
It's
the
a
camp.
white dragonborn?
Yes.
So you said?
Yep.
So one of the prisoners then.
You assume.
I'm just gonna shadow step outside.
Okay.
with my two
Chris, your head
papers.
is turning into a cartoon.
All right.
Hey,
So you're outside.
I want to try and look for Van Riel.
He's phasing.
Make.
Oh,
a
I don't know. You got a
perception-
27,
Yeah,
didn't you?
he rolled really good.
Oh, I can't get.
But
I
you don't
can't
know
beat that. Yeah, but I know that I can't beat that.
Yeah, you know that he hid somewhere,
Um,
but if you only could remember where.
I will find the steamiest, most scandalous, blasphemous page, as well as a few others, and take them and
All right.
stealth outside. Sorry, Hunter.
Van Riel! And I'm gonna say it, whisper shouting, behind the
Stage
house.
whisper.
Yeah, stage whisper. Van Riel! Where are you? You gotta
That
see
was
what we
better than what I
found!
You gonna break still? Go in the house?
Oh,
No.
I shadow stepped outside.
No, I know. I mean
I'm
him.
professional.
Because you're calling him. He's like, I'm staying hidden. I don't know what you.
Tell me where you are! I can bring that to you! I have 2 pages!
It's so good.
I'm gonna walk out the front door and go talk to the white dragon.
Okay, the white
Oh well, by now
I'm
he's
done.
walked back into
clearly
the.
found you by this point.
Oh,
No,
okay.
he went
No,
back
no,
inside,
he went back
which is why I
inside.
did it!
After you threw the rock and
Okay.
implied that there was something out there, he went back into the safety of the wall.
That's right. Okay.
Okay.
So you can come outside, but he's wandered back in. You probably see him wandering away.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch.
So you're poking.
I'm
out
gonna
the
kind of
window
sit
going.
down against the wall, and while they're inside, and I'm gonna watch to see if anybody comes back.
Okay. How long do you want to wait? I mean, are you like standing out where people can see if someone wants to walk
I'm
by?
sitting down against the wall, and by the front door. So
Okay, so you're.
I don't know what this
You're not
house
hidden.
looks like. So no.
Right. Okay.
I think me being the color that I am, I want to try and lean in like a dark corner against the building and see if anybody can see me.
Well, you're purple, but you're not black. But it is nighttime, so it really wouldn't make any more advantage than you'd already get for standing in the darkness at nighttime. It's not like drow elves get bonuses to stealth.
They should though.
Well, they don't. Nowadays, that would probably be considered racist or something.
Racist.
Yeah, exactly.
Racist.
You can hide more better than I can because of the
after
color
another-
of your skin.
After another hour.
I'm turning into a black dragonborn,
Okay.
disguise-wise.
When? Right.
Now.
So before I said after another hour goes by?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is just shortly after the white one wandered back in.
Yeah.
Turned into a black dragonborn.
I guess going to them and asking, why are you getting out in the open?
So you're going back into the... You're going into town?
No, I guess they're next to the wall, so I'm kind of stealthing over and asking, why are you out here in the open?
Well, by the time you come outside, it has started to wander back into the camp itself. So you're going to have to go past the walls and at least a row of houses in before you can catch the dragonborn.
I don't mean that one. I mean my party member.
Oh! All right. Okay, Alvora.
I'm shadow stepping around. I'm just fucking around in shadows and shit, so I'm bouncing.
I would
60
assume,
feet.
I would assume Avora knows that it's you because, one, you came from outside the camp, and two, you already talked about turning into a black dragonborn at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And you're dressed like William. I assume. I don't know how that spell works specifically.
Well, I'll identify myself and say, hey, they might see you, or why are you trying to be seen?
I mean, what else are we gonna do? We've been waiting forever. We read the book. It's not finished.
Well,
Can't wait here all day. Night.
I can go in and distribute pieces of this and tell the priest, hey, someone's been distributing this book. They said they found it in your house and maybe lure them out.
It really depends on what way we want to go. If we're going for diplomacy, we're not going to do that. If we want to lure only them out, then we can do that. But that might not lure them out and might tip them off. Especially if they don't recognize you.
Well, it might help diplomacy to be out here. Yeah.
You can try it. I don't know, dude.
So, diplomacy with the priest or the rest of it?
I think we just want the priest. I look at Avora.
Yeah.
We should been in there an hour ago, dude. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's go. It's time to go.
All right, are you heading in?
Do you want to get the others?
Yep.
Okay, I go back to the house.
All right. So you round up everybody. It's up to them if they want to go. Torin is definitely going to go.
I shout for Van Riel, and I'm like, we're leaving, goodbye. I don't know where you are.
Is everyone else going in? Is Van
I'm
Riel
right
going
here. Like an inch away from you.
I scream. No, I don't scream, but I probably
God.
punch you.
It's like Assassin's Creed
scream.
stealth. As soon as he talks, you realize he's been standing right there in the bush, just barely crouching down.
Why would you
Been
do
next
that?
to you for like an hour.
So
Honestly, wouldn't be surprised.
I've been playing Days Gone, which is a zombie game, and I'm
shouting,
crouching
I'm right
next to
here.
zombies, like head deep in tall grass, wondering how they never spot me. I love that.
Because
Okay,
If
so
we just
is anyone not going?
if we just go right in, they might all attack us.
But if you go in by yourself and they figure out that you went into her house, they might just attack you. At least we'd all be there.
Yeah.
If you want to go to the diplomacy angle, I should
I
probably
think-
not go raiding in
even
there
have
with you.
to talk to them, or you just
Why?
like
Not should go in.
accidentally drop
No.
papers next to someone while you pass by.
wait. Why would you not go with us?
Yeah, you're the diplomatist.
I
Yeah.
thought we were waiting to see if we wanted to be diplomatic about this.
Well,
We are going to try to be diplomatic, but I think we should all go so they know that we're all here, not just one person by themselves.
be diplomatic.
Well,
in
Right
the
now
camp.
at midnight?
Well, some of them seem to
Yep.
be awake.
The
They're,
priest-
they're awake. We're awake. What's the problem? Time isn't real.
That's why I want to go in and lure them out, so that we can all be here at the house, and we don't have all these others here who may or may not be hostile. I mean, I can hypnotize them so they hopefully won't attack, but I can only guess so many.
You've seen the priestess, right? Why don't we just go straight to where she might be?
You know
What do you think
exactly
she
where
is now?
is. You know exactly where she is because you can see the fire from here. It's like maybe 130 feet in.
So if you really want to walk in, let's just walk for now.
Right. I think
With
that's
purpose.
what they're. I'm just trying to figure out who's going and who's staying outside.
I
that's
understand
true.
your point, William, but if you go in there by yourself and something happens and they see through your disguise and they see your deceitfulness, they might go after you. And if we see that, we're going to be 100 feet away. It's going to take us a bit to get to you. Don't want you to get hurt.
Let's see.
What is your plan for luring them out exactly? I don't think the going in with the book pages is a good idea.
Well, basically that. Go in, kind of offhandedly say, hey, I've been seeing pages of this book being handed out. They said they found it in that house there. Kind of implying that someone else did this.
Right, but I thought we had established in the last game that your disguise would not hold up close.
Well, they would. If they know everybody in the camp, he would be a Dragonborn
Right.
they don't know. If there's
Right.
enough Dragonborn in there that there is a chance that they don't know them all, then it'd be like if somebody walked into the store at night when I'm working and said, hey, which aisle is whatever it is in, I'm supposed to help stock the store. I'd be like, I don't know who you are. Even if you're
Exactly.
wearing
Like
you're wearing the uniform, I'd be like,
Right.
Do you work here?
We're like, did you just start? Hello?
Yeah,
You just
yeah,
say, hey, I just got transferred to the island. Like, I don't think that happens in the middle of the night.
Right. You'd have to catch somebody that would. But the camp's pretty big, so it's a crapshoot if it's somebody that thinks they know everyone and doesn't recognize you, or if you could just, it depends on who you talk to.
I guess I could just kind of drop the page near them, like it was an accident or something. See if they react and not get seen.
Well, it sounds like some of you want to just walk in. So, are you or not? Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to touch for you.
You're fine. Would your familiar be able to carry it in sneakily enough and just drop it somewhere? And then maybe she would recognize it and then come out? William, I just don't want you getting stuck in there by yourself.
That's a good point.
Having the bat go in there with it and just drop it somewhere might be a better idea. They won't be able to see the bat up in the air, but it would be like propaganda falling down. Someone's going to read it.
Yeah. You could grab a couple pages, however much your familiar thing can carry, drop it in there and see what happens. If we don't get a reaction, then we know to go inside. If we do, that should hopefully be her coming out.
That's a good plan. I'll do that.
Not these 2 pages. These 2 pages are important to me. You gotta go back inside the house.
I thought he took like 4.
Oh yeah, he took some. I forgot about that. Perfect.
I'll take a few more, maybe 10 or so, if my bat can carry them, and, just kinda leaflet drop them somewhat near the fire.
Alright, make a perception roll. Alright. As you fly toward the fire, you spot Arnak talking to
In rat form?
in Dragonborn form. Talking to a couple Dragonborn. Within sight of the priest, who does not seem too bothered.
Okay,
Right.
I'm just gonna go over and talk
And
to
you
them.
see
Let's
that
go.
they're doing some kind of...
You don't know that yet.
Yeah, he hasn't told you that yet. But you see that he's helping the Dragonborn he's talking to pack a bag of some sort.
Okay.
I think we may have misjudged, and maybe that book should not have been taken.
So, yeah, slightly outside the fire radius, I guess I will start dropping some of the pages.
Okay. People look up as a bat comes flying over, dropping leaflets, which is very unusual looking. And
Not that close to the ground.
well, where are you dropping them?
Kind of from the air.
How high up? You want them to just land roughly where you let go of them. Paper's just going to kind of
Right.
float away into
Far high up,
wherever.
they're gonna fall away.
Yeah. Or just land straight into the fire, and there goes,
Is there anywhere that nobody's really around that area currently?
Yeah, I mean, in a lot of areas, people are, you presume, still sleeping. There's only maybe, at this point, 2 dozen Dragonborn at most gathered around the fire and moving around.
Yeah, I'll go a good distance from the fire, so it's kind of in the shadows,
Okay.
and kind of maybe from
I
a
think
height
you
of
see it to pick it up.
40 feet or so, hopefully low enough that there will be some scattering, but also people probably wouldn't see it hitting the ground, start dropping.
Okay. So you litter a few handfuls of romance novel in the spaces between some of the buildings away from the firelight. And you don't see any sign of anyone noticing that this happened. Then what do you do?
Or if I can, no, probably can't. suppose I'll have my bat go down near some of the pages and kind of hit the ground a bit, kind of make some noise similar to the rocks,
Okay.
and then fly off
All right.
and observe if anyone comes to investigate.
Jeremy, I can just picture the bat saying, "Hey, you too!"
Look up here! Look up here! Yeah.
Hey, listen!
You hang around. How long do you want to wait?
Maybe 30 minutes.
Oh,
Kind
wow.
of
It doesn't take that long.
flying.
About 5 or
About
10
a-
minutes or so, a dragonborn comes out looking around like, what's that? Sees the piece of bright white paper on the muddy ground, picks it up, kind of looks at it, folds it up, puts it in his pocket, and wanders off.
He reads
It's
smut in
just-
public.
It's just pages in a book. Like,
Yeah, it's just, what's it gonna do? It's not like you wrote anything on it.
Yeah.
It's
It's just pages from a novel.
the page from a book. What is this? I don't know. I'll read it later. And then what do you do? Great connection with the bat. Let everyone know what you saw. Keep it to yourself.
Is everyone on mute?
Did they?
Or
Yeah, when he's perceiving from the bat, I think he is on mute. He's on pause.
In the drone chair.
Yes.
I guess I might pick up a couple of papers and then from kind of out of sight range, just drop them near the fire.
Just
It's your obsession with the papers. Tell us what's happening so we can move on from the papers.
he's wasting a lot of time.
Oh, we just lost Pitts. Oh,
He's
there
back.
he is.
Well, he's big.
And then observe. And yeah, I guess I'll repeat to them in between observing
Okay.
what's going on.
So you're getting the occasional report from William. He picked it up, he folded it up, and he put it in his pocket.
Would you have told us that the lady is there near where?
Yeah,
The guy we know
Yeah, did
is-
you mention Arnak is in there?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Then yes.
I'm gonna look at Dura.
I'm just gonna walk in.
All right.
Okay,
Nope.
let's go.
I'm just walking in.
So the two of them start walking straight with purpose into the building. Is anyone following?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. William Van
I'm gonna-
Vanril.
I'm gonna grab William on the way.
Get out of your bag!
Unpause yourself.
Stumbling along.
Unpause yourself, Steve.
All right.
Wow.
You walk through the center street.
Oh.
There's a couple turns between the tents, but mostly it's a straight shot. And as you walk up, you can definitely see Arnak kind of walking between people. And now you can sort of hear what he's saying. And he's explaining that there's only enough space on the two boats for 200 Dragonborn, so they may have to make a separate trip. And the priest is just smiling and nodding. And as you approach, the residents of the camp kind of all turn and look at you with awe. And then you're reminded that they've never seen non-Dragonborn before. So they're kind of taken aback, except for Arnak, who explains, it's fine, they're friendly, they're friends. And you see the priestess, just smiling.
I'm
Okay.
working in.
I'm gonna go over to
off the
Arnak.
side.
Before anything, I'm
Okay.
gonna go over to Arnak.
He says,
I'm
what,
like,
what was taking you
friends.
so long?
You didn't tell us where you were going or what the plan was.
Ah,
or
I'm sorry. I might have
anything.
gotten a little carried away. I assumed you'd eventually follow me.
I see. So we're just psychic now. This is fine.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But this priest is going to help us leave.
Why? What is wrong with this priest? What's happening?
I, I don't think we understand everything that's going on. But speak to her. I think you'll understand. I have a lot of people to help.
Okay, tell the rest of my family here what they can do to help you. I'm gonna go talk to the priest.
Well, you need to signal the ships so we can leave immediately.
Osbright, go signal the ship.
No, we're not doing shit. We are not doing anything until we figure out what the fuck is up with the priest. Because why would two of them not help us, and all of a sudden this bitch
And as
is
you're
helping
talking,
us?
the priest will cautiously, not like running up, but, cautiously with a hand out, like looking for, calmness, says, "Ah, there you are. I expected you hours ago."
Yes, well, there was a slight miscommunication.
No, I don't believe there
speak?
was.
Can we?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. I
Can
don't
we
mean to interrupt
speak
you.
for a moment? You're fine.
We are speaking.
You don't believe there was a miscommunication?
She looks to be a little bit older on the Dragonborn scales. She's no Grepla, but she's older. And make an insight check.
Yeah, what color are her scales?
She's gray. She's very gray like the other priests.
Gotcha.
And she has the wiggling tentacle, so all signs point to priest.
Okay.
There is a kindness to her eyes in the lines underneath, the crease marks from a lot of smiling. There is caution there. And you can see by the body language that she's ready to run, like she's taking every ounce of strength it takes to stand here in the face of what is possibly instant death if she says the wrong thing.
Right.
But it's not like you don't get a calculating demeanor.
Right.
And she says, miscommunication, yes, I fully understand why you're here, and I am going to help you get these nice people off this island.
And why are you so okay with helping with that? Not that I'm not appreciative. I just am curious.
One of the other Dragonborn
what your role is
kind of speaks up and says, "Kurgona has always been very nice to us." She smiles and she goes,
"That's good."
She says, "Thank you, Parrot.
But why?
I appreciate that, but I can."
We didn't ask you.
He's like,
Right.
"Oh, sorry." He backs off. Dura scares him away.
I am appreciative of all of that. I'm just curious if you've been so nice, what you're doing here on this prison island.
I see that you have not gathered all of the necessary information for what you're doing here. Yes, let me explain to you as best I can, as if you were an initiate into this whole situation. You see, I understand what Harangarod is trying to do, so I volunteered for this mission to make sure that these good people were not mistreated while they were here, you see. I understood that this segregation, as it were, was part of his plan, which, let me be clear, is not our Lord's plan. This is Harangarod's plan. He's got some issues.
You don't say.
But I will do everything in my power to help you, because I understand that the tides are changing. And perhaps Torgarod perhaps chose the wrong high priest for his aims and goals. And
So
I am not
are-
so blind as to see that his reign of terror, shall we call it, is coming rapidly to an end.
So you are in tune with your religion, but not with your high priest.
Perhaps better than he is.
I see. I understand now. Yes. Well, I think first thing we need to do is to help all these people
Of
get back to their
course.
homes.
I have told those that were awake that they were to be liberated, but I didn't want to wake everyone in
I
camp in the
understand.
middle of the night. You see, I
I understand.
really thought you'd wait until the morning. Most people need to sleep. Do these friends of yours not need to sleep?
We were concerned with the crustacean friends you had.
Yes. I sent them back into the sea.
Oh. And do you do that every night, or did you happen to know that we were here?
It became pretty clear when the other priests stopped communicating that something was amiss.
Does that upset you?
Mortgorod was okay, probably would have been amenable to the cause, but Orban, no. Good riddance to bad garbage, I say.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah, go ahead.
While she does that, I'll say, you understand why we didn't have the opportunity to
You
linger and ask questions.
she seems on the level, Dura.
Nice.
No, I totally understand, and I thought it best for my own protection if I came here into the camp so that we would have a chance to talk. I fear if you had
Appreciate
caught
that.
me alone outside, I would have suffered Mortgorod's fate.
You would
You
have.
would have.
Yes. I appreciate your
Yes,
candor in this time.
he was, he might have been difficult, but it's over anyway. But yes, you have ships, I'm told, and so Arnak, was it? Yes, he said that
Yes.
you would have to make multiple trips. So I'm aware that you may not fully trust me, and I totally respect that. So if you would rather I make myself scarce, if you don't want my help, that is understandable.
If you could, the best way you could help us, I believe, is to keep everybody calm and help us keep people organized.
Of course.
If you
can displace Harangorod, that is going to be the most important act to keep all these people safe. The
I think so too.
The rest of society does not even know they're still alive, you see.
No, I know. We've noticed that.
They're going to cause quite the upset, I fear.
Don't we think we should probably
Where's
deal with the Harangaron thing before we ship a bunch of people back to the island?
Well, that depends
That
on
was going to be
how-
my next question. Where could we send these people?
Well,
I'm concerned that if we leave now,
I mean,
other priests will come and people may be punished.
Yes, well, by now, Haran Gurad is aware that his plans are falling apart around him. I would suggest you take advantage of the chaos and maybe bring a bunch of these people straight into the capital. He won't know what to do.
That's a wonderful idea.
Kind of like that, not gonna lie.
All right, I'm going to call everybody.
She has a
everybody
malicious sneer
within.
at that point, like devious sneer.
No, I actually am really on board with this. I'm going to call everybody over, including Arnak. Is that his name?
Yes, the druid. Yes.
Hey, yeah, and the other guy.
Yeah,
the rogue guy.
You can't find Torin at the moment.
Good. I assumed that he was going to find his wife. So, okay. So I think that our best plan of action right now is to get the strongest on the ships first. Anyone who's capable of standing up for themselves.
You notice that
Helping.
most of the Dragonborn that are in here Well, especially the males and about half the females are like ripped. And you guess it's probably because they've been
Perfect.
mining for the last
Right.
6
I
months.
think we
to
gotta
a
So-
go half
Right.
because
Okay,
some people
so-
need to stay in case reinforcements come.
Yes. Yes, that's true. So, why don't we all split up? Send some people towards the boats. Anybody who can take care of themselves. No children, no sick, no elderly. And make sure that there are enough people here to take care of it. I'm going to look to the priest and say, is that something that you can help organize?
If you're willing to trust me.
I will trust you to an extent. I will be keeping an eye on you. I'm sorry we cannot trust you outright.
Perhaps your
Not
paladin
yet.
friend will stay and guard me.
Of course, he would love to. He would love to.
Sure, you would.
It's a good
Free NPC babysitting.
And then you hear a familiar voice, and you hear laughing and cheering, and you do see Torin with a female dragonborn.
Oh, good.
Off in the distance, sharing a drink, and he smiles in your direction and waves, and then points.
Aww.
Adorable.
Like,
I'm gonna
is
wave
he
him
with
over.
you? Was he with you? Oh, hello.
He was, but he was searching for his wife, and it looks like he found her.
She will approach him, and he gets into a guarded position as she walks forward. She slows, hands up, and she kind of holds her hand out, and he doesn't make a move to take it. I don't remember if I said what her name was, but
Wife's name?
Hmm?
The wife's name or the priest?
wife's name.
If you did, we don't remember, so don't worry about it.
Right, but she says to him, Dragonborn name here, it has been a joy to spend time with. You have a very good one there, and I mean, I've never meant her any harm. And he kind of doesn't look like he's buying it 100%, but he will reach out and kind of return the handshake. And then he looks to the wife, and she just nods. He says, just kind of no words, just some scowls, whatever. She's like, no, I understand. It will take time. She turns back to the rest of you. So, I do recommend when you get to Haran Garad, you probably not want to take him alive. Make an insight.
no.
Make an insight check.
That's not. Mm. No.
All right.
Shan't.
Yeah. Dura, you kind of feel like there's an ulterior motive to that.
Well, I assumed that.
Not that it's just for the good of the people, but maybe for
You
maybe for the good of her career.
next in line or something?
We don't have a hierarchy so much. But there are ways. Age before beauty. And she kind of smiles.
Down for that.
Whatever works.
Seems like a piece of shit anyway.
I believe that you have been given the wrong impression of the god Torgarad. He is powerful, but he is a force of nature, not one for subjugating the people of this fair island's chain. Haran's power was exactly what he didn't need at this stage in his life. He made the best of a good situation, I suppose, but obviously not to the betterment of his own kind.
So if he begs for mercy, we shouldn't kill him.
I would be surprised if he begs for mercy. He's too proud for that.
Perfect.
But he is a coward, so he may try to flee, which could still be good for the people, but not in the long term.
If you please. Right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He has the Emperor wrapped around his finger, but it is, there's a little bit of... Are you familiar with magic?
Oh, we're mildly familiar, yes.
Yes. You would be surprised how much work you can do to a society if you control their leader.
Yes, we've seen it firsthand already.
But if you can, don't hurt the Emperor. He is not completely on board with all of this. I'm just saying it would be difficult to get things back on track if we had to also find a new leader and a new high priest. Or priestess.
You don't want to be both?
I do not want leadership of the islands, no. It wouldn't fall to me, it would fall to his son, and his son is not leadership material, at least not yet.
I see. I understand.
Chaos is not going to help your situation. But, enough of my prattle. I must help these Dragonborn prepare for their trip home. You said you want many of the stronger and able-bodied ones to go first?
Yes.
Very good, very good.
Anyone who can, if there's chaos, we need to only bring those that can take care of themselves, that don't need
I understand.
hand-holding.
Your conversation goes on, for a while. And eventually when the sun starts to poke up, more Dragonborn wake up and realize something's up. But they're quickly brought up to speed. Most of you receive a lot of looks, a lot of gazes, the occasional hand that tries to reach out and touch your skin. Just strange treatment, but you've been dealing with a lot of that while you've been on the islands. And you probably haven't taken a long rest in a long time. So while everyone else is up and the camp starts basically getting taken down and all their few belongings starting to get packed up, do any of you want to take a long rest?
Well, first,
eventually
still
you need
disguised, I went to gather up the pages that I scattered and surreptitiously return them to the house.
Okay, except for the one that's folded up in one guy's pocket.
Yeah, and whichever one Dura took.
Oh, yeah.
No, the two of mine I'm keeping.
Right. So, yeah.
I'm just curious if you take watch, rests, or if you're going to pick up some levels of exhaustion, or if you're going to all rest at the same time, or I'm gauging your trust levels. What I'm doing here.
I can watch. I don't need to sleep.
Oh, you don't need to sleep. I forgot.
I'll
Do you not have
sleep.
to sleep at all?
Nope.
Pact of the
That's insane.
Chain Warlock. Yeah. One of the evocations you can take.
but
Tome?
Invocation of the Moon, or whatever.
Yeah, one of the evocations means you don't ever have to sleep.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, I
Well,
like
if we're
that one.
sleeping in shifts, I'll take second shift or third.
Well, you don't need to lay out which order the shifts go in because all rests pass uneventfully. I was just curious if you were
Yes, we would take a rest.
trusting to the point where everyone just took a rest at the same time, or if you took watches.
No.
Okay. I don't remember how you were planning on signaling the ships. I believe it was through either William's book or a sending spell.
I think it was William's book.
Yeah, I think so.
I think
William, did you?
probably a sending spell, because I don't think
Okay.
I have the captain in my book.
Oh, okay.
Let me check.
And we didn't. I don't remember.
I think you have
thought
our
we made
captain, but
room
not the other
for
book.
him.
What, Chris?
Okay, yeah, I don't have the captain in my book, so
Okay.
I'll need someone to send. Give him a fax!
Who has the sending spell? Does anybody? I thought somebody
EJ
was.
does, I
I
think?
do not.
I don't.
EJ does.
There's Nevaeh?
Yes.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
All right, so you can let the boats know. They ask you where you want them to dock, and you can basically say the front wharf. Everything's taken care
So
of,
just walk in the front door.
and you get, really, you know, but there is enough dock space for both somewhat large ships to pull up. And by the end of the day, the following day, you have nearly 200 black and white and a few other assorted color dragonborn between the two ships, like just crowded on the decks. I mean, realistically, these ships are supposed to hold 100 crew members for some reason, even though their deck plans don't seem to imply that. So I'm guessing you can lay down, or there's bunks and various spaces to move about. So it's not
How
cramped
long is
quarters.
the boat ride back to the capital?
It was a couple days, I think. That's why I'm.
Is it?
Yeah, let me look at the map.
I didn't realize it was that far. Okay.
So the priest is having the blockade help us, basically?
Well, you already had that other ship. Oh, the blockade ships?
Or what? It's just our ship.
Yeah,
and
there are a couple
the
blockade
second
ships.
ship. Okay.
So she tells you she has that under control, but doesn't explain how. So yeah, you'd basically have to go. It's 375 miles roughly. So it's multiple days, like 2 days, 2 or 3 days, depending on if you get a good wind.
Okay.
So you can assume, I mean, you can already assume that he knows something's going on. So it's only a matter of time before you show up. So he has basically 3 days to prepare whatever it is he's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
But the priestess stays on the island, and I assume for the sake of convenience, Osbright for now is going to stay with her on the island because he's not generally a trusting character anyway. And probably makes the offhanded comment that one wrong move and I cut your head off or something that that he would probably say. And you make for Basil Trees. I assume that is the plan. Yes, you have 3 days to talk.
Can I ask some questions of the priestess before we leave?
You may.
So, how does this staff work? Does Torgarod know everything the staff sees, or do you have to tell people, or what?
We communicate through it. We can feel the presence of other priests and priestesses if we stretch our mind out accordingly. It can be difficult figuring out which priest you've lost contact with. It's more a quantity, not quality signal. We can communicate if we call out the name of the priest we're communicating with. None of us can communicate directly with Tolgarad. Only Haran Garad has that honor as of now. But that was the purpose of the temple on the shore there. Through the large tentacle, we could communicate more directly with the god, and there through which transmit worshipper power to him. That was part of what was going on here. You see, during the daytime, the able-bodied would mine the stone, and the less able-bodied would go down to the temple and pray to Togorod for 12 hours a day to help bolster his power and generate strength. You see, he was much weaker a decade ago, but he has grown quite powerful of late.
I see.
There's a bit of pride in her voice when she says that.
So what sorts of powers does Torgarod have? You
He
say
grants
he is a nature?
Worshipping a god or
he-
nurturing a tree?
he grants the ability to cast spells and cause tidal waves and create massive splashes of rain and lightning and gives us some dominion over the creatures of the ocean.
That's impressive.
It is very impressive. Are you considering conversion?
Yeah, maybe.
Are you following anyone at the moment?
So does she have like
What-
a half?
what will it take to get you in a
claw
brand new
and
Toggerod?
All that weird stuff going on.
Does she what?
Does she have all the gooey half lobster claw stuff going on?
Only Harangirad, I think, had a literal lobster arm, although she's got some barnacle growths on her neck that's visible. She seems bought into the religion.
I thought they all had some sort of
Yeah, there's
gooey, tentacly stuff going
aquatic
on, and they had
aspects
the
to most of
gray
them. Yeah,
scale thing.
yeah, they all have the grayscale thing, almost like the Dragonborn's been underwater for too long. But yeah, she's got some visible barnacling going on, and she seems pretty bought into the whole religion.
Well, yes and no, maybe. Can he heal diseases or raise the dead, though?
Oh, you know, I have never tried to ask
Raise
him.
the dead. You immediately ask for that.
It's
a bad thing.
I mean, probably he is a god, so it would only stand to reason. He has not granted me that ability.
It's like talking to a Southern Baptist about Jesus. Oh, sure. Or
Yeah,
Jesus.
hell
could
yeah,
have
of course you
our
can.
loans.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Curious, because that's one of the, well, most basic things that most of the gods I've encountered, the powers they give to their folk.
Have you encountered gods before? This is truly fascinating. You are well traveled. What other gods are there? Because we so far have only encountered Togorod. Though he has cautioned us.
They don't have any organized religion here.
Yeah, he has cautioned us against following false gods, which until him we were not aware there even were any. So it's fascinating to learn from someone who could teach about other religions.
Well, I haven't met the gods, but I have met priests who could heal on their behalf. The Blessed Daughter, the Risen Martyr isn't exactly a god, more of a order.
Yes, these do not mean anything to me, but perhaps the word of Togorod should be brought back to your lands.
Perhaps, if he is a kind and beneficent god.
Make an insight check. When you mention kind and beneficent, you get a guarded look. I'm not gonna answer. I'm not gonna say any more on the grounds that it might incriminate me. Kind of look.
Sure.
Yeah. Yes. Of course.
I have to go.
Toggorod's will is the will of the sea.
What kind of I mean, sure.
I see. Well, the sea can nourish and destroy.
Yes, quite.
Very unpredictable, chaotic, but impressive.
She's nodding. Yep. Chaotic. Yep. Create and destroy. Yep. Check.
Well, I
One
will
more
think
check.
about that. I'm curious what Albright thinks of all this.
Right. He's not hearing any of it.
Well, that's probably all the questions I had.
I'm sure he would have a
just
whole
little
spiel
evil.
about the Risen Martyr right now.
Maybe. Although the Wizard
We'll
Martyr is
never know.
technically not a god. It's more of a saint. It's an idealism and not...
Or, well, whichever one he serves.
Right. No, you had it right.
Just not a god.
It's just not classified as a god.
Like, I'm a cleric, but not of a specific god of a domain.
Right.
So, was the Risen Martyr part of, did he worship the Blessed Daughter, or?
Yeah, I mean, religion's kind of fickle, especially in 5th edition. Like Amanda just said, you don't need to have a specific religion to have the spellcasting abilities.
Right, you don't have to have a specific religion, you just have to have
comes
faith.
through faith, and the thing about
Right.
faith in a lot of D&D settings, this one included, is it works both ways. Like, faith in something can give you power, but your faith in something can also pass it power.
Right.
So if you
Like Torgrud.
So if you could get enough people worshiping you, you could probably start picking up power, the abilities to
Yeah.
miracles. And stuff like that. But we're talking large scale numbers of people. Not like the city of, well, like the city of Roldes starts a church service toward Avora, but they would have to actually believe it. Like, there's one thing to just sit and pray, and there's something else to actually believe. Right. And you've gotten the impression from the Dragonborn you've talked to that they've seen enough from the Torgarod priests to, like it or hate it, believe that the Torgarod is a real god.
Right.
Which is seemingly having exactly the desired effect.
Not convinced.
No, you're not. But this is a chain of islands that didn't have any religion, and then along come these priests who are curing wounds and throwing guiding bolts around or whatever, and people are suddenly like, wow, that's amazing.
Well, we don't know that they're curing wounds, but throwing guiding bolts and waves and lightning, so...
Right. Enough magic has been thrown around to convince them
They might be tackling wounds.
We can do that too.
Right. This is like they've been a sequestered society for so long. They had some arcane magic, obviously. You've seen a few wizards and a little bit of artificing. But divine magic is different than arcane magic, and so their first taste of it was all it took to start a cult. And you're gathering that Haran, who already had a personal problem with the Black and White Dragonborn, took the opportunity of the power he'd been given to start fucking with society. So it's almost like there's two different problems there's a Venn diagram overlapping them, and it's Harangarod.
So now we're going to cause a schism, so there's only one problem.
Yeah, something like that. Hooray! All right, so if you have no other comments or things to do on the ride back, we can arrive in Basil Treese. I need a good dramatic music. I don't know what I got.
We can arrive.
That's kind of ominous. So the what? Which one is it? It's way over here. Oops. It's the capital. Oops, that's not good. That's scary music.
Hold on.
We want happy music. Is this
Hey, are
happy
we
news?
sure we shouldn't take her with us so she can challenge for control of the church or whatever?
Wait,
No, that's not.
too late now.
Do this one. That's too weird. All right. As you are pulling into the harbor of Basil Trees, it is, as I've described before, a very big marbled city with gold and I think blue and a few other colored trim on the buildings. And I had a picture a long time ago and I don't know where it went. I don't think it's
No worries.
right. No worries indeed. And what do you want to do? Just pull up to the pull up to the harbor. You can do that for sure.
Honestly, unsure.
Well, if we just pull up, they may just kind of impound us and arrest the whole lot of us.
They're gonna arrest 200 Dragonborn.
I mean, they must have a lot of guards. They're
Yeah.
armed.
But we did see how useless some of them were.
Right, and also
Regardless-
they don't know that most of these are alive.
Yes.
We should at least scope out and see what the docks look like.
And there's not a lot of hiding
Yeah.
the Dragonborn either. The deck is just swarming with these people that haven't seen this area in some of them in their whole lives.
I think we can overwhelm them with surprise,
And,
honestly.
and as the two ships rolling into the harbor, you see a couple of fishing people like just drop their nets into the ocean and not even realize it or care as they just stare at this ship full of
Yes.
dead
We can overwhelm them.
Dragonborn. Yeah, there's a shock level as you're riding into the harbor. And
Take advantage of it.
Yep, let's go.
when you
Right
pull
in,
up to
straight
the
in.
dock,
Well,
go ahead.
Ron might know and might tell the rest of them, hey, there's been a breakout and they're all coming here with their sickness.
But they think that they're dead.
They don't think.
And they'd be
Not
hiding.
Right.
People think they're dead.
Yeah,
That's an advantage. If they all are trying to fucking hide, we go right to where he is.
yeah, and
Right.
that is pretty much exactly what happens as you get to the shore and the guards see all these black and white Dragonborn, and some of them seem like they're terrified and revulsed that they're going to get sick too. Others are just like dumbfounded as everything they've been told is crashing down around them. There are a few people that seem like they might have known something was going on because they're trying to get the guards under control. But most of the guards at this point are just not paying attention as the gangplanks go down and just a sea of black and white Dragonborn are just rushing into the town, trying to find old friends and relatives or see what their properties like these days. And it's just mass chaos all up and down the dock area as the six of you, I assume, make a beeline for the palace.
Yes.
Now, you have a few black and whites that accompany you because they know that the benefit of them being present is going to help your issue here. And they're all for they're some of the older ones who were around before the split. And you can just basically push past the guards because they are just at a loss of what they're supposed to be doing at this point. And you march with force straight into the throne room.
That sounds right.
Hey, should I call that green councilwoman?
Sure.
What do you tell her?
Oh, call the old white lady too if you can.
The old white lady. Well,
You know what I mean.
She wouldn't be able to get there in time, but yes, she will definitely be.
Well, I mean, I
happy
feel
to
like we
hear what's
probably would
going
have
on.
told her on the way.
Yeah, you had 3 days. Well, she definitely wishes you luck, but she's not leaving her
Could stop and pick her up.
base. Well, she doesn't want to leave her
No, I
base
get it.
until things are straightened out. She feels
Right.
safe on her hilltop
keeping
with
herself
her robot
alive.
and her turrets. Yeah, exactly.
It's fair.
She's been doing it for a while. She's not about to leave yet. You know, you're doing a great job, but I'm staying right here.
Have fun storming the castle.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
I will say
I will bet
the green.
Orinth Cabrondo su Pictura
Yeah.
know that We have brought 2 whole boatloads of black and white dragonborn who were confined to an island building a temple. There's a priest who wants to overthrow Haran and take control of the priesthood. Should you be here? Would you be able to help with the council at all, or?
He responds basically, that's a lot to take in, but I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, thanks. Good luck.
And as you,
Watch out for snakes.
Osbright's not here. Sorry, buddy. So we'll move. Oops. We'll move William up. Can I? Yes. There we go.
Maybe the Emperor would listen to you.
You basically kick the doors open and just storm in, and you see that the guards have.
I just stop in front of the door and go, Jura.
Damn!
Shit! Damn straight! Sorry, I forgot I can mute on here.
One good solid kick at the middle, and both doors just fly open so hard you can hear them hit the walls on the inside when they come flapping back around. And you see the 6 guards jump and whip their heads toward the door, even though that's where they're supposed to already be looking.
So now's a good time to start singing Counter Charm?
Wow, the range is pretty not that far. Pretty not that far.
Pretty not that far.
Pretty not that far. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The Emperor is seated in his chair, and as you crash the door open, he looks up and he goes, "What is the meaning of this? Guards, apprehend them."
Friendly creatures within 30 feet.
Yeah, you got to get much closer.
Well, right now I'm worried about us.
Around and behind you, 20 black and white dragonborns kind of just flood into the room and just basically ring along the outside walls. I don't know if that's pinging. Yeah. And they just ring and they line and they mill about and they talk, and they know that their role is to be visible. And the guards are looking back and forth at each other and being a bit like, but sir, are they ghosts? Are they? What is, sir? And you see Haran back here, and he make an insight with disadvantage.
Advantage.
Yeah, he's kind of far away at the moment.
Oh, 16's not bad with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. That's pretty good, yeah.
Oh, Dura, 18.
And
Good
Dura,
lord.
William, I need another roll to see if you got disadvantage. Oh, yeah, there it is. Never mind, I see it. Yeah, that 8's not going to help you. All right, Avora and Dura, you can see there is a visible, well, I would say bead of sweat, but he's too far away. Haran looks shaken, like he's not exactly ready for everything that's currently going on.
I'm gonna start walking towards him.
Okay.
I'll join.
Oh, okay. I'll take one step and then roll it. That way it's not unfair.
Oh.
Damn it, Osric! Why are you gonna be so good?
I get a +8, you know.
24.16.
His feet.
Ow!
He has many feet.
Alert gives me +5.
You have a what?
I will roll for these guys.
I have a feat that gives me a +5 to initiative.
Is that alertness?
Fuck.
Yeah, but where's the .16 coming from?
His dexterity.
It's based off of your dex.
Yeah.
Tiebreaker.
If you have the
Tiebreaker.
box on your character sheet check that says Dex for tiebreaker, then that's what it adds that.
Oh, I should have that. I don't know why.
Right.
Where is that?
Everybody's rolled, right?
Add dex tiebreaker to it.
Granville, Osric, William, Avora, and Nevaeh. Yes. All right. So, Osric, do you have an action?
Does it look like these guys are intent on doing anything?
They are hesitant, but they are being actively ordered by their emperor to take you into custody. Well, let's say he started to say take them into custody, and then Haran kind of whispers something to him, and he goes, On second thought, kill them. But the guards are still kind of like, but Your Highness, Your Majesty, look. What is even real?
Alright, I'm gonna move forward a little bit, but not too far.
Watch it.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna cast Mage Armor.
Okay.
Oh wait, I don't have Mage Armor memorized.
Oh, no.
Just kidding. I don't have that.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Psych.
Just kidding.
What does Blur do? I'm gonna cast Blur
Ooh.
on myself.
Makes you harder to hit, right?
Gives every attacker against me disadvantage.
All right. Nevaeh, do you have an action?
All right. Well, so now I can probably start doing a nice. Well, you know what? I don't know if I want to do. Well, see, I could do Mantle of Majesty instead of Counter Charm.
You'd have to be way up here.
Yeah, I can sing while walking around, right?
Right, but to do Counter Charm, he has to hear you, I think, sing for the full minute. I believe. If you read it, maybe it's like you maintain it and after a minute you can break a Counter Charm or something like that. But I know there's a minute.
Right, well, let's see. Musical notes are words of power to disrupt mind-influencing effects. As an action, I can start a performance that lasts until the end of my next turn. During that time, you and any friendly creatures within 30 feet of you have an advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed. Not that he's going to be charming anyone.
So it's not...
That's only through the next action, too. It's not a minute.
It lasts for a minute, and a minute is 10 rounds. But if you take any damage, then you might lose it as a concentration.
Right, if the performance ends early, if you're incapacitated or silenced, or if you voluntarily end it.
Oh, so it's not even a concentration ability. It doesn't say it to make a con check. You can just keep on trucking.
It's a bardic thing, or I can do the Mantle of Majesty that gains the ability to cloak myself in magic that makes others want to serve you.
What's the range on that one?
Well, let's see. As a bonus action, you cast Command without expending a spell slot. Take on the appearance of an unearthly beauty for 1 minute or until your concentration ends.
So
During this time, you can cast Command as a bonus action on each of your turns without expending a spell slot. Any creature charmed by you automatically fails its saving throw against the command you cast with this feature.
Well,
ignore that.
Either way, you're 105 feet away from the Emperor, so...
Yeah, you're not going to get there in the next turn.
Yeah.
Even
if you double moved at 60, you're still 45 away and right in the ring of guards.
Right, well, I could start singing anyway, and then...
And then just as long as within the next 10 rounds, if you get close enough, then you could try to break the charm effect. All right.
Yeah.
So is that what you're doing?
I'm not going to do the Counter Charm. I'm going to do the Mantle of Majesty.
Okay. Are you going to... There it is. Let's see. During this time, you can cast Command as a bonus action, and any creature charmed by you. You don't have anybody charmed, but it gives you the ability to cast Command every round.
Right, but singing the Mantle of Majesty song will charm them.
No, that one gives you the Fey-like appearance so that it gives you the ability to cast Command as a bonus action. The charm thing was like the counterspell thing, I think. Because this one just says, as a bonus action, you can cast Command without using a slot. Oh, that's advantage against being charmed. Yeah, neither of these actually automatically charm something.
Because that's what it seems like when you read it, cloaking yourself in Fey magic that makes others want to serve you.
Right. That allows you the ability to tell somebody, lay down, and go to sleep.
That
Nap. Too. Jump. Drop.
Open the door.
Well,
Get on the floor.
It's like a one-word command.
Dance the dinosaur.
But
you're so funny. I mean, I have charm person, but
Right. I think the idea is if you had charm person or one of those group charm abilities, and then you use Mantle of Majesty, you can make all your charmed targets just do whatever you want them to without a save. But
That's
that
true.
doesn't actually give you the charm ability at the moment. Anyway,
all right
what
then.
you're doing.
Well, bardic
Yeah.
inspiration it is then, and I'm still gonna sing. It's fine.
All right. So who are you inspiring?
Well, right now my teammates.
Well, you can only pick one.
My reading is Mantle of Majesty means you can cast command
As a bonus
and
action.
they automatically fail the save throw.
Only if they were already charmed. Any creature charmed by you automatically fails its saving throw.
Ah.
See?
Against the command you cast with this feature, so...
Right.
See, he's reading it the same way I
Yeah, it
am.
doesn't say any creature charmed by you by this spell. It says any creature charmed by you automatically fails its save against this command. So if you had this, let's say this guy here was charmed, had a charmed person on him, and the guy next to him did not, you would automatically tell this guy what to do, but the other guy you wouldn't be able to tell what to do because he's not.
It
charmed
says against the command you cast with this feature.
right. It says already charmed by you though, or any creature charmed by you. This spell does not charm the target.
No, but it lets you cast the charm. And
Yes, but it doesn't automatically succeed. You're reading it wrong.
against the command you cast with this feature. Does command get a saving through multiple times?
Command gets a saving throw, and command is not a charm spell. So saying a creature
Correct.
charmed by you for command, they're not the same spells. Charm is separate.
Right.
Is different than command.
So bardic inspiration goes to Dura.
Okay. And are you going to move or no?
Right.
Yeah, I'm moving. I'm just gonna walk around slowly, like
All right.
5 or 10 feet at a time.
So go ahead and move. And then this guard in the back is going to move to the front and stand here, but otherwise not do anything. William.
Okay, well, I guess I will go forward 30 feet. Hope I have some backup. Well, let's see. Was my pretty close? Close my to the. I'm not within range of that. 40. I guess I can get around, but I could. Okay, well, I guess I will go with the simplest, easiest, which is I will cast Hypnotic Pattern on a 30-foot cube.
Nice. That guy walked right into it.
Yeah, I guess that'll be the cube.
Okay.
So let me...
So 4 guys.
I was tempted to do Wall of Fire. So that's the description of what I'm doing. So they all have to make wisdom saves.
Okay. DC 15, none of them succeed.
Crinkling.
Wow.
Crinkling tinfoil. I thought you said they all have to make lizard saves.
Well, I mean,
They do.
yeah.
Yeah,
Alright,
lizards kind
So
of.
does that mean they're charmed? Not by Nevaeh, but they're charmed by you. See, now, if she had cast that, she could use command as a bonus action on each of these guys on her turns.
So, yeah, I just kind of say, yeah, let's not be too hasty here, okay? We don't need to fight.
Go with green is... Oh no, William's red, so we'll go with red. That might be like, oh yeah, it's a William thing.
What are the pink dots on our characters?
That's concentration.
Concentration.
Did you cast a spell recently?
No.
All right.
Was that your dancing lights by accident?
Oh yeah.
Oh, probably.
Yep. That could very well be that. Okay, so you moved and you cast Hypnotic Pattern and you have hypnotized a bunch of them. Dura.
Okay. I need to know, because I have a plan.
Yes.
Are you... Okay, I have to see if you can... Okay, show to others. How much is the table... How much extra movement would it take to get up on the table?
It will cost you an extra 5 feet to get on. Other than that, it doesn't really stop you.
Okay. So,
No, what are you doing?
I can go 45 feet. I want to spend a key point to use Step of the Wind to double that movement
Yep.
to 90 feet as
Yep.
a bonus action. So I'm going to go all the way right there. And since it's 85 feet away, I have that 5 movement to get on the table.
Uh-huh.
And then get back down.
Yep.
And then I'm going to punch him.
All right.
Are you punching Haran? Are you punching the priest?
I'm punching the priest. I'm not going to punch the emperor person. They're not.
I don't know what you do.
Okay, so that was my
Great.
bonus action
I
and my
punch you.
movement. So I will take out my quarterstaff and try and hit him.
Okay.
My favorite.
Oh!
Comes up with this amazing plan, and it ends with, and I punch
The
him.
11 does not hit him. The 15...
Or Bardic Inspiration.
What? Where's the +1 from?
Oh, I don't know. Why is
It looks
that
like
on
it's
there?
trying to bless you, but you don't actually have bless. So
Hashtag bless. Oh yeah, it is marked. Okay,
so the
so
14 does not hit him either.
okay, can I use my bardic inspiration on the second one because I feel like that's probably closer,
You can, and anything you roll will hit him.
and that's
And-
a D6, right?
Yes.
I am actually no. It becomes a D8 at 5th.
So he takes. Oh, it's a D8. Well, either way, it's gonna hit.
Okay, so 20 to hit.
All right.
So the first one doesn't hit, but the second one.
All right. So he takes what, 9?
Yeah.
Side to head. You see his eyes just kind of turn all beady and look at you like in a creepy sort of way. Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right. He is going to use a legendary action.
Oh, so
Oh no!
I told you I was doing it dumb. I told you.
And he's going to make a thunderous touch attack on you,
That's pretty rude.
which hits armor class 17.
Yeah, mine's only
You
13.
take 17 thunder damage.
That can't be right. How is your armor class only 13?
Ouch.
Because I don't wear it because I'm a monk.
Yeah, but you usually have extras because
It's
of
Dex
that.
plus
Get your Dex modifier and your Wisdom
or
modifier.
wisdom modifier. Well, if
Yeah.
roll 20 would be generating it, so depends on what her wisdom modifier is.
Yeah, my wisdom's 1, my dex is 2.
Oh, okay.
So that's just a touch. I don't get a saving throw.
Yeah, he just basically does a melee punch at you.
Alright, bitch, you fucking wait. You fucking wait.
All right, Dragon
We
Ball.
need to get you one of
Guard,
those,
This one. He's gonna
One of those.
He's
armor
gonna
class
move
rings.
up to Osric, but instead of attacking, he's gonna look at you and say, "Just please surrender." That guy's hypnotically charmed. That guy's hypnotically charmed. Avora.
Hey. I am going to. Yeah, right there. I'm gonna double move here.
Okay.
Oh, we reset, didn't we?
Yeah, you rested. And you have all your stuff back. It's been 3 days.
Right. We were on a boat. My bad. I. Oh fuck! I need to use action spells. Did you take damage, Dora? Is that
Yep.
what happened?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a healing word.
That's only a bonus action. Did you do a double move?
Huh? I double moved, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Small, but at least it's 4 health, whatever. That's something.
All right.
You're so sweet.
This Dragonborn
Yeah.
is kind of just going to move in front of William, but he's kind of looking back at Dura, who just whipped past. So he's not even facing the rest of the group right now. The guards are definitely at a loss what to do. They're trying to move and act like they're doing guarding, but they're not really doing much of anything. Vanril.
Whoops.
Hold on. So I'm gonna move a lizard.
Ah.
Oh.
Ah.
You can't do that in here.
He can move his lizard all he wants.
You can't tell him what to do.
Yeah. You can't tell a man when he can and can't move his lizard.
So dumb.
Lizards do what they want anyway.
It's fair.
I'm going to.
So I've been
put Hunter's
told.
Mark on the dude.
Which dude?
The
Priest dude? Okay.
The priest dude.
Is there a saving throw against that?
No,
Okay. So he
that I
is
know of.
Hunter's Mark.
Yes, yes, he is.
That's a bonus action,
Oh,
right?
that just died. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna move.
You choose a creature within range. 90 feet. Are you within 90 feet?
Oh, I don't know.
Nope. Nope.
95.
A couple
Yep, there
steps.
we go.
You only have to move up
Like-
15 feet.
Can be.
Don't be a pussy.
Oh.
An advantage on perception and survival checks to find it. That's cool.
Was planning on moving up there anyways. To be close enough.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, he's got Hunter's Mark, and I'm gonna shoot him with the longbow.
Okay. Ooh, that's a miss. Yeah, I'm sure you get more than one attack.
Damn.
Yes.
Does commanding your pet take a bonus action?
He moves on his own, but unless I tell him to do otherwise, he just takes the dodge action every round.
Okay. Your turn done?
Assuming the 18 hit, he gets the 7,
Oh, the 18 hit.
and the 5.
Yes. So he takes. What kind of bow do you have? Is it? Oh yeah. Never mind. It doesn't matter to this guy. 12 damage. All right. He takes 12 damage. Keep that
Yeah.
right there. And let's see. He is going to panic and use his
Disco?
other 2 legendary action points for the round to drop a fog cloud, which basically fills the room with fog. 20-foot radius sphere, so he's gonna put it. Let's see. 20-foot radius. So it's 40 feet across. And he's going to drop it right here. Like literally centered on the Emperor. Suddenly it's just thick fog. So it's disadvantage to anything. It's heavily obscured, so every attack into this is disadvantage. That takes 2 of his action points. But then it's his turn. Dura, you can hear him moving. I will allow you to make an attack of opportunity with disadvantage.
Ugh.
All right. You are not sure where he went. This guard here is going to actually run into the fog and yell, Your lordship, are you all right? And he kind of almost bumps into you, Dura, in the darkness, but doesn't like attack. He's just running into the fog and doesn't know who he's standing next to. And this guard is going to attempt to... How do you disarm somebody? He's going to make a subdual melee attack, let's say. Yeah, we're going to say that. So he's attacking Evora, not to kill, but just to incapacitate. AC
Whoa.
12 is not a hit, but he did take a swing at you. And he gets 2 attacks. Ooh, his second attack hits AC 25.
Nope. Yeah, that doesn't.
But he kind of just bonk like on the head, like he's trying to knock you out.
How much
Osric,
damage?
11.
Dubbing?
Sorry.
Oh.
Does anyone else have Dispel Magic?
I don't know.
I
Yes,
don't.
no.
Probably not.
Osric?
I
Isaiah?
can.
Nope.
What is it that's around us? A fog?
That is a fog cloud. It's just obscuring mist. Like an early morning ocean fog just decided to roll into the middle of this room in a perfect circle, right over the Emperor.
So Nevaeh doesn't have Dispel Magic?
No.
I'm gonna move forward some, but that's
Okay.
about it. That's all I can really do.
Duration is up to an hour. Wow. Or until a breeze disperses it.
And where's the fog? Here?
It's the black circle. Do you see it? Oh, I didn't put the
What?
black circle. I'm on the wrong layer.
Nope.
All right. Sorry.
Just need to get rid of this template.
I drew it on the GM layer, and then I moved it, and then I didn't flip it over to the map layer where I wanted it. That's where the fog cloud is.
Thank you. That's all I needed. That was. Okay. It lasts for how long? And it's a fog?
It lasts for an hour, or until it's,
And it's
blown
fog.
away by the wind. Yeah, it's just like a dense fog. It's heavily obscured space, so everything's disadvantaged inside there.
Cool. Just checking.
Dura, I'll allow you a perception check, though.
With disadvantage or just
Nope,
regular?
Just a regular one.
When it's my turn or right now?
No, you can do it right now. Okay. Perfect. All right, Osric, what are you doing?
Alright, I'm going to double move to here,
Okay.
because that's about 60 feet away.
45 from, well, from the fog cloud.
I know. I think I'm still going to probably start singing.
Okay. Which one?
So that one goes la 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 la.
The counter charm or the mantle?
How about that one?
Let me see. I have to scroll down. Oh. Time to inspire wonder. It takes a full minute to perform.
It does.
And you can choose a number that watched and listened to you. You can't presume that the guy in the fog cloud can watch or listen to you right now because he's surrounded by
The
a fog
Emperor's
cloud.
not watching, no, but I am kind of making my way to him.
Yeah, but he'd have to be able to see you.
No, this one's not meant for him quite yet.
Okay. All right.
This one is meant for everybody else.
Just in case someone tries to... But it's going to take 10 rounds to cast it.
It's a long song.
It's a long ability, yeah. The fight will be over before the spell is cast. Alright, Dragonborn is enthralled. Does he get a save on every turn? Or are they just hypnotic patterned until forever?
Don't think they get a save. Let me check.
Alright.
Yeah, it ends only if they take damage or someone else slaps them, basically,
Okay.
with an axe.
It's your turn, William.
Okay, well... I'll move up there, and then... Which do I want to try? Darn fog. You can probably just do the fog again. Well, okay, this probably won't work, but I will cast Dispel Magic on the Emperor.
Right, let's see. Choose an object or magical effect. So you're choosing the fog cloud, I assume?
The Emperor.
Well, you can't see the Emperor. He's
You
in the
can
fog.
choose a magical effect, not a person, Chris, is what he's saying. You can
Right.
choose
You
a
can
magical
just-
effect.
you
One
just-
creature, object, or magical effect.
Right, the
within
fog cloud is
range.
the magical effect.
Well, I think he's trying to dispel the Emperor instead of the fog cloud.
oh!
I was
Yeah.
misinterpreting what he was trying to do as well.
I understand. I'm sorry, I was
Within
too.
range. All right. Okay. So make a spellcasting ability check.
Okay, DC 7.
Nala, what are you
I
doing in
guess I
there?
can roll a save for that. Wow. Wait,
Oh,
no. Oh, ability check using the spell casting. Okay. What? Okay.
Look something up real quick here.
Look, I've had a cheat.
No, I want to see how this ability works because it's not a spell. So I have to see what level equivalency it is for purposes of dispelling. Okay, I think that's it. No, but you rolled a 21 anyway. Okay. You cast a spell into the fog cloud, and you see no immediate results. Dura.
Your Highness, is this what you really want?
So hoping you can only hold an action, so you can't hold movement.
Right.
Okay, I will. I tried to hit him, so he got away. I'm gonna move, like... Do I think this guy's gonna attack me?
It's hard
He
to
didn't
say. He just kind of stumbled into the cloud asking about the Emperor.
Okay, perfect. I'm just gonna step out of the way. I'm not gonna disengage or anything. I'm gonna come over here,
Okay.
and hopefully he's there, hopefully he's not. But I'm gonna hold my action, to, you know, just fucking unleash on him if he's within that area.
Which one? Which square are you trying to hit?
Well, within the range around her, where she's
Oh,
standing.
she's just like flailing about.
Well, she's holding
if-
an action
if
in
the-
case it
yeah.
becomes obvious.
Oh, sorry. I didn't say that properly. I'm holding my action in case
Oh, in
the
case...
fog clears.
Ah,
Sorry.
I got it.
Sorry,
I got
I
it.
did
I got
not.
it. I got it. Yeah, I thought you meant
I knew
you were
what I
moving
wanted to do.
Yeah, I thought you meant you were going over and you just start like roundhouse kicking.
Flailing around.
But you have to pick
No.
a
I don't
square to
understand,
attack.
Jeremy. Why can't you just read our minds?
Yeah,
I did
I
that
don't
last
know.
night.
yeah,
What?
yeah, you did. No,
Oh, did you really?
they
Yeah,
they got
made
attacked
a
by-
grapple attack in an empty square.
yeah, because the thing had moved, it went invisible and ran off.
I love that.
And then Mark just blanket, was it burning hands, and happened to hit the square the thing was in,
Burning
and just
hands, yeah.
incinerated it as it was
Amazing.
as it was trying to leave the room. It was funny. All right, so that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
This guy is actually he's also going to run toward the Emperor, not really paying attention to people around him. Like, Your Majesty, what is going on?
Oh, Majesty.
Suppose Osric or Vanrill's lizard could attack him on his way by if you want to.
No.
I believe the lizard does get attacks of opportunity.
It would probably take it because he wouldn't know any better. All right, that 6 is gonna miss. Chomp. And then this guy is still hypnotized, and this guy is hypnotized, and Avora.
Hey, I am going to jump up on the table right here,
Okay.
and then run right here for my
Okay.
movement speed.
Okay.
And then I am going to
You can just
cast...
see the hazy outline of a guy sitting on a chair. In front of you
Sure.
in the fog.
I'm going to cast Destroy Water at level 1, which destroys fog in a 30-foot cube within range.
Nice. Nice.
So I'm going to drop it like right at the center of that circle.
All right. That's awesome and dramatic. I'm just going to let it wipe out the whole cloud because that is cool.
Nice.
Clever use of a spell eliminates the cloud, revealing there is no priest in the room anymore.
What a
Mother effer!
fucking bitch!
Alright, so the priest is gone, but the guy is here?
Yes, and now that you've gotten rid of the fog, I'm actually going to stop combat because you notice that the Emperor looks a little bit different. His eyes aren't nearly as glassy at the moment, and he is like... He looks confused, like he's just woken up from a really long nap, and there's a Dragonborn standing on his table in front of him.
I will kneel in front of him.
And a bunch of creatures, and he stands up and he's like, "What is the meaning of this? What is going on here?"
I'm going to drop to one knee in front of him and say, "My lord, we bring you ill tidings of a tragedy that has happened in
Get off my table! State your name!
Hey, watch
Before
yourself.
you get
I'm right behind him too.
Oh,
Sorry.
what is
Watch out, you're
that
flanked.
thing?
That's my girlfriend.
Guards!
Rude.
before you
Seize
get too far
it!
in, I want to make a perception check to try and find the priest.
It's a tracking skill that you get advantage on.
Right.
So you'd have to move further into the room, but yeah, I'll let you make a survival roll. But in the meantime, the guards,
Survival
well,
roll.
4 of the guards are still hypnotized. Yeah, it's a survival skill check.
What was the white dragon lady's name?
Grepla?
Grepla. I'm going to yell, "William, call for Grepla. Tell her the Emperor is free."
Okay.
She's an island
You have
away.
Grepla in your book.
True.
Let's see. Do I have to?
I'm going to step down from the table.
The guards.
I'm gonna stand on the table.
Stop it.
Stop
No,
trying.
Dora.
The guards
Yes.
stop trying to hit, and they're like, "My lord, are you all right?" He's like, "What is going on? My lord, what do you mean? You ordered us to kill these creatures." And I did no such thing. Where is Haran? He's gone, Your Majesty. We don't know where.
That's what we're here to discuss with you.
He glances over his shoulder at the big thick curtain there, and he looks at his guards, and he says, "Haran was here?" "Yes, sir." And wait, hold on a minute.
Just sit down on the edge of the table.
He's kind of.
I still stand.
He
Just watching
he
him.
pushes back his chair and he stands up, and he stands upright. You know, he doesn't look as hunched as he was earlier, and he's kind of blinking a few times and rubbing his eyes, and he says, it's like a dream that I'm just remembering bits and pieces of. I remember somewhat. I've seen you before." He points at Avora. "We've spoken, haven't we?"
We have.
And he looks at his guards. His guards are nodding in confirmation. They're like, my lord, it would appear that Haran has betrayed you."
You don't say. None of you picked up on this sooner.
"My lord, look!" He points to the back of the room where all the black and white Dragonborn are still kind of milling about. And the Emperor kind of like... He's processing. They're not sick.
No, they were imprisoned by Haran and his church.
So the church is evil. I thought as much.
I don't know that the church is evil. I think that Haran took advantage and used the magic to control you.
We must discuss this at a later time, because I believe now you must pursue Haran. Bring him to me if you can.
General,
He,
need your skills.
he walks over to the curtain and he kind of throws it back. It's like on a.
Oh god.
He opens it a little bit,
Please tell me he's there.
and there's a secret door on the wall that is.
He's just standing there behind the curtain.
It is no.
Good!
It is a very obvious 10-foot wide door on the other side of the
quote unquote secret
the
door.
wall. Well, I mean, it's secret. It's a concealed door. If this was second
Gotcha.
edition, it'd be called the concealed door, not the secret door. It is currently closed, and when the king tries to open it, you can hear it hit like a boom, 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 like a solid bar on the other side. He says, "If you're
Pussy.
quick,"
Oh, Duro!
he says, "If you're quick, I know where this comes out."
Yes.
All right, spit it out.
Yeah.
It is
Time is money.
It is a small wharf on the coast, just to the east of here. If you hurry, guards, get them some mounts. Right away, sir. He says you could pursue.
Faster than that.
You could pursue through the tunnels, but it's a maze, and he has a lead on you, I assume.
I mean, our ranger's pretty great. He could probably find him.
But we will head to that wharf and see if we can cut him off.
He has to go down about 20 floors underground,
Should I
and then
pursue through the tunnels?
Don't split the party.
I was just going to ask if we could do
You
that.
could do that, but you would have to stop periodically to make a survival tracking roll. So you'd be moving half the speed he's moving. So whether you decide to pursue
Ew.
through the tunnels or whether you decide to go via outside and try to head him off at the tunnel, the result's going to be the same. He's going to get to the end. Well, actually, if you go through the tunnels, he's definitely going to get to the end of the tunnels first. If you go by way of the shore, you might get there when he's coming out, so to speak.
Hurry up, go shore, go.
So
I could go 135
How-
feet per round.
how
so.
late do people want to go? It's I will either set up the next scene as a cliffhanger, or we could play it out, but it might take a little while.
Let's set up the next
I
scene
don't-
as a cliffhanger.
Okay.
Okay.
I have to. Devlin goes back to school tomorrow, so I have to get up early.
So you head down the beach. Well, you head outside, and you have these like reptilian-looking mounts and a carriage ready to go, and the guards give you a brief instruction on how to get there, and you race along the coastal road to a point where the road veers inward, and he says that that's where you're supposed to go off-road onto this little trodden path, and you head down the path, and the horses kind of, or the not horses, kind of buck and toss when they get off the road, because it's a rocky, strange looking terrain, and you come to a section of cliffside, kind of, sorta, and there is, a network of little cave entrances on your right, and the ocean is to your left, and there's a 20-foot drop from the cliffs down to the shore, but on the shore, you see Haran on the back of, on this giant stone-looking thing, and he's standing there and he's looking triumphant at you, and he shouts, because you're at the bottom of the map there, he shouts out to you, "You fools! You've ruined everything. Why? Why did you leave the safety of your comfortable home across the ocean to come here and ruin everything I have built so hard?"
Why are you racist?
So hard.
I mean,
Against
why
your
did
own
you leave
race.
He
your
built it
comfortable
so hard.
home to bring this system to them? And
I've
ruin your whole
made
society?
everything better. Everyone in
Did
their
you?
place. And now you're upsetting the balance! You monsters!
Dura's gonna
okay.
smash her fist together and be like, enough talking! And when we go next week, I'm gonna fucking charge!
As you do that, he slams his staff down onto the surface of the rock and holds his arm up in the air, and the ground just kind of shakes. And the rock that he is standing on, I've been waiting to do this forever, kind of starts to move and shift. Oops, and the whole world moved and shifted for a second there. Give me a second. There we go. I gotta get this layer just right as the ground shifts and turns into a giant crab!
I'm done with this game.
Spider.
And that
Yeah, that checks out!
is
That
my
checks out!
dramatic perfect spot.
It's a nice health bar he's got there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It'd be a shame
I
if
like
someone
it. Go
ruined
on.
it.
Yes.
Oh,
Perfect.
son of a bitch.
That is a good cliffhanger spot. All right.
Quick,
That-
find the
so-
weak spot.
It's right here.
Hunter's mark last.
There's the weak spot
hour?
right there.
Oh yes, he is still marked.
Oh yeah, so you could have gone through the tunnels, because you could have just...
Yeah, but he still would have had to make. He just gets advantage on his survival checks.
True.
Oh, really? Ooh, gross.
Yeah, so he would still have to be rolling to track him.
Not with Hunter's Mark.
I thought it gave advantage on the survival checks.
I don't think so. I think you can track it for up
You just
to...
know where they are.
It doesn't matter. We're not playing right now.
Right.
It's... You
Right.
can... Yeah. We found him. He's right there.
We found
Good
him.
job,
He's
Vanril.
right there. We have epic final fight scene for the saving of all the Dragonborn. And I've been sitting on this little crab map for like 3 months now.
Amazing. Just waiting for when we were gonna jump on.
Yeah, well, I wasn't sure how I was going to get everyone here. All right, that's stopping the stream. That was fun.